Hey guys, just a second. I'm just grabbing some props. Might come useful. So this is supposed to be a new case that I got. Like most things, I just got it on a whim. It is a Longini case or Longini. I think it's probably Longini. I don't remember if it's a 3x5 or a 2x4 or what it is. I don't remember. I watched a video the other night, and the guy was reviewing shit every case ever made in relation to putting on an airplane and like check baggage. And this is one. I said, "Well, I don't have one of those. It looks kind of cool. Let's get that." Not going to be my case. My case is going to continue to be my storage. So this will just go where I have a table with that stacking up pretty high with cases. And there's a chance if I ever have to, pack up everything and bug out or something, that some of these cases will come in handy for that purpose. My dealer cases will not hold all my cues and shafts. You know that. Anybody that's watched my unboxings before knows that this is the most exciting part. Is seeing if I can get the stuff unboxed before everybody dies of old age. I've never owned a case by this company, a Longini case. Um, it is one of those, I guess, a butterfly case. I always called it like a piano hinge type of case. The first case I ever bought in my life probably would have been to hold a Kmart special in it. It's a little hard box case that wasn't good for anything except maybe a Kmart special. And ever since then, it's been, the tube style cases. I guess a few butterfly cases like the. I have a couple silver fox cases. Those are butterfly cases. Anyway, so that's that. That's probably just a receipt or something. Yeah. So, bubble wrap. Nope. Now there's a cat. I was going to say there's no cats down here helping. There's one watching me with great suspicion. So this is the case. I don't remember much about it. Gray and black with some suffocation hazards that we're not going to let the cats play with. It's got locks, little combination locks. The guy said those are not TSA approved. I'm not 100% sure what that means. It means they're not super secure, or maybe it means there's no way for TSA to open it up. I think it might be a little bit of both, actually. So it shifts with these red things going through all. Let me turn on this light. Man, this is how prepared I am. It's got like a red piece of plastic going through the locks thing on both sides. Probably to make sure that you don't accidentally lock it until you get the combination. If I go on, and we go on this little tag here that's attached to the handle, and see if that has a combination in it. No, 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 no. It wants me to scan shit, is what it wants me to do. It wants me to scan shit. If somebody just scan, don't scan that picture. Probably so they can, track me more easily. On the case itself, I will push a button over here and see what happens. And as a result of me pushing that button, absolutely nothing happens. So that's awesome. I'm gonna try sliding this button out. Yeah, okay. So slid it that way and it worked. This side, I'm gonna slide it towards the camera. Yeah, and it pops open. So, I mean, this is some sturdy shit, and kind of why the guy was talking about this and a bunch of other cases in the video I was doing. this going to have a combination? It's got some French. It's got some English, British English. It's got some Italian. I believe this is an Italian company. I'm not sure about almost anything though. It's got, looks like German, maybe Dutch. Yeah, there's a little book, and they all kind of say the same thing. I'm assuming in different languages, which is how to set combinations and stuff. So that's cool, I guess. So inside of the case, and this is this is one of the things I saw in the video that I'm a little bit less than thrilled with some of this stuff. And I'm never happy about everything in life anyway. This is just like a foam rubber. It's a little bit harder than a foam rubber, but it's not as hard as like a wrestling mat or something you might see. But it's foam rubber and there's slots, and you put stuff in the slots, and then you have this bonus piece just hanging out there, whatever that's all about. But there's slots for the shafts, there's slots for the butts. I have to count the slots here and see what there are. It looks to me like there are, yeah, 3 slots. Yeah, for the butt. So this will make this a 3 by 5, right? But anyway, it's a little bit weird. First time I've seen this, okay, is inside these slots, there's these cylinders. I don't know, am I supposed to take this out, throw it away, give it to my cat? What am I supposed to do with this extra doohickey? Don't know. I think I'm going to take it out. And there's one in each slot. These little cylinders. Oh, this one's a lot skinnier than the other 2. So this one of the cylinders are joined together. I probably paid extra for that. Okay, these 2 are exactly the same diameter. This one is very much smaller. And these 2 are exactly the same diameter. And this one is very much smaller. So in other words, don't know. It's something goofy going on with this stuff. Up in the shaft section, you have the same deal. We have little cylinders. They go in these guys. Anyway, what I was going to get at was this may be the greatest and most secure thing in the world at first. I don't think it is, but say it is. As I put it in a case, take it out, put in the queue, take it out, put it in, take it out. This shit here is going to be worn pretty quickly, I would say. And that means that when I open the case up, whatever's up here, which would be shafts, are going to fall out. And that's going to be kind of annoying to have to open the case and be like super careful. And sure, it can be done. Lots of things can be done. I don't see this as being very secure in the long run if someone was going to use it as like a main case. And the other thing I don't really see is if I load this up, load it up with shafts, and then close it, where's my guarantee that no part of the shaft is going to bang against any part of the butt or vice versa? There's nothing there. So before I would ever use this in any capacity, there would be something there. Piece of cloth, piece of cardboard, something. So when I load it up and close it, and whatever, do this or whatever, the different parts of my cues aren't banging into each other. Yeah, absolutely do that. But I got some props. I just wanted to just try this here. So this is my Tascarella butt. And I'm going to put See, it almost makes me think these are backwards. It really does. Because I think somebody might be smoking crack in Italy. Just saying. So I'm just gonna cram that in there, cram that in there. Okay, it's in there, but I would never consider that secure. The cue is not touching the case at this point. It's suspended by this foam. But as I said, eventually this foam is going to get compressed and worn and things like that. So this is my R12. I mean, either one of these can go out of the way, despite the fact that one of these slots is quite a bit thinner. I'm not using the thin slot. I have quite a bit of play right here. So let's use the thin slot. Now I don't have any play. Both of these are exactly the same, but diameter looks like maybe an inch. So I'm going to say no, that's not going to be very stable. If I care about stuff like that, like I said, there would be something kind of half-ass holding this stuff together, whatever. I don't like this foam rubber. I was really hopeful it would be something a lot more substantial, like I said, like a wrestling mat or something that might last a long time without getting messed up. This is going to compress, and every time I do this, it's going to spring back, but it's not going to spring back as much. And if I did this long enough, there would be a permanent dent right there. Same thing happens with a cue. Putting the cue in and out, in and out, in and out. Plus it just being there. It just being there, pushing that foam rubber outwards, it's going to cause issues. And so, no, this will not be any type of case that I use. This is just a stock Sean shaft from that R12. And this is a Synergy shaft that was on my Tascarella. So I put shafts on the top and the bottom to try to match up against these two. And I just want to make sure they don't look like they're touching. And I was pretty sure they wouldn't. But they will eventually when this stuff starts getting worn out. And I bet I'm not going to do it. But if I slammed on this, maybe not today, but eventually, I could get these shafts to fall out of where they're at. Well, it's pretty. It's patented. But you can patent a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean it deserves it. That's my opinion of this case. I guess just for kicks, I'll go ahead and weigh it. It's just foam rubber, and then all this is just like an ABS plastic or something. I feel better if this was lined with some kind of felt or something. Anything's better than that, right? As far as protecting the finish on the cue. That's crazy talk, I bet. So let's just wait this. If my battery hasn't died, I mean, it's not the heaviest thing in the world or the lightest. .023 ounces. It's a little bit heavier than I thought. And again, that's when it's empty. Which, let's be honest, it's going to remain empty. It's not going to get used by me. There's not nearly enough protection in that case for any of the cues that I have that I give a shit about, which is pretty much all the cues I have. Anyway, that's it, I guess.